Non siabo ha Adom TV anyumre mamu ajo ebrason ese ne wukoda anyume no sia kasebo ye debre na enseme ba de di mu akotene ye de wo ebekọ new plan station penyefo honomo chese mo de chese egu akwanso se de beye na school fu a wo epa san akọ school no wo mu nyina obi abetumi akọ ye ha obi ema and watching so special prosecutor Eddie Atudwa essentially mu o hyase ewo eye nipa bia no so se wakotu esika ananko ye tu esika dia ma MPsa wo mo ye se eye omampani enyi osafo show ma esika se mu fi honom no ehwehwemu ni nyina wo dia ba na wieye na eno achi so the People's National Convention PNC empanyifo chesabosumi di yanim no wo mo ebeto aba eye fie die na wo ma yi frankatuni ni eno achi empanyifo wodo bi a wo mo ebededa party no ano ensem bi eka we hu na nwumre yi medie mu nchemu nyina ebreo ese no nsembe mu kasebo edwadie agudie apomuden enyama hodo so nsem don hwe mu beti sanchemu ni nyina edinya mejeso ene abena pokua ahwennie mamo ajoya no wakai esoko DSTV eye channel 280 and Go TV eye channel 119 adomonline.com uko hona ensem no dia kan ye de egu ho obekenkan e dia mame mebasisia na se a school for abie no se no kamea ye se asen ho ya kwatwe sanso momu etu kwan ya kwacheche ni ade nyina no enya sen entem na eno na akọ new plan station penyefo ho no mo asebo somo de chese egu akwanso se de be na asen no mo benya na dudu mu na akwantofo titu ni school for a wo mo akansinsemu ni nyina no ebetumi akodro mo schools mu
a school for any passengers ahodo a ene womo ekogu new plan station na womo epe ahyen ede akosuku na womo asalai na ewia ehio ene Adom News Central for etwetwe nkomo no wodi tudwa se womo brepa womo be di line ma ehwe nim se ehyen beba na nka womo etimi akosuku nanso no womo ehu ni sa
uko school
Kwaben Anglican
Kwaben na ubedu hache
pachacha kakra
na die ntide na omakachiro unya akade na omakachiro station penifo
pacho mo si afina kan bu eba
ubedu abe tambe
time no yedwa be time hono time no bedu hanom
you say na wall line mu di queue na sisi a unya ka mehwe bra wa bre ya de na be kafa
Nisheka yedera na semenya ka akase ebedru ontem na yasa
ahofu bi nso ene Adom News Central for etwetwe nkomo na we ana welfare secretary awo new plan station ene Adom News Central for etwetwe nkomo no wodi tudwa se ahyen awodo a esese womo eba na womo ebefa asukufo yi ekono ahyen bi akodi kumase ebi nso ewo nkokọ a womo emaye nanso no ninina echi no womo ehwe se womo de niema begu akwam na asukufo ne passengers bi enya hyen akobebi a womo eko
school na yebue a ene holidays no ababe crash no because no ba ha bedi Christmas na new year no or college na in school kola no so no eco school into different na ama ka ho aide ho hapa ye behwe se bepe ka no so no won se ni nyina akogu nkokọ ana akogu kumase efri run enkomma they say a free echo in Tamakas na local and diesel born in the identity. It's not easy say that one no but to empty. Now but yeah arrangement with other transport operators no but mobile citizen by Kuala no Krana Eco School Krano bet me a peka di amomo.
Na ensem krona monoko VIP terminal hodo no a ene akwantofo pinu na wo so abo apeso a asen wo epe no wo enya bi na general manager ya oda VIP ano eye adakabe frempo manson wode atudwa ese diama asen no ho ya ye den no eye ense wo kwan na wo enwie ye na kwan no aye basanta asen no tewo ho ansa na abedu station
say yedimo ekopie mo ewo VIP a ehon susu no enipadom ana na wo nso asalai a wo mo epehyen bi ede atukwan akomia hodo a wo mo eko na we ana Adom News Central for ebopini general manager Emma VIP ebisa ne say lion omanfo atuide enwanwa pa eyedi enti ana amanaba ne sa wono nso de to yen Central for enim say
VIP den ka boss no ya wane dodo enipa no eba no obie ni hono mo a obeba ha say obepe car na obeka ha ene chatter wa ne say ense say odi more than 60 minutes don hwere ba akon ewa ha a yempe car emfama challenge kakre wo mu an say buses na eba nkran abefa passenger for so de akono odru between new afutu eye ensawam ede eba amasaman no a obe spend close to an hour Ediamba say best an hour na bus ba kon ebi e fe nipa 34 a obe spend no na nipa more than 34 aba station ya say a omo twen to say congestion no eso e contribute to it, but then I will say enura say nipa no ba ha say bebre enso so eventually no obi nyaka
Esukufo bi a womo nso ne Adom News nsentwofo atwetwe nkomo no wodi to dwa se womo bedi line mu na nso no mpanifo ahwe ama womo bus ama sukufo ni na ekotinem akọwo no suku.
It's very tight because you beju up around 12 something, but you buy almost say Kumasi car short and cars ni oni na bi kotamale bi koyeji, so you have to wait. This na yenya abi na ye tickets na.
It's very difficult for us to find a bus right now at the circle here. So we had a VIP bus just right now that they are organizing all students to move into it. So right now we are into this bus.
Yen free asan ensemuna yen ko emrase bedwafie tie fo ne ahwefo ebeka ya ebeto dwa ese MPP mrase bedwafo ne bi efreye eso mampani enyo raken oforiata wo hwo man isi kasamento to yeso na wo mo ani abriye pa na emu no na mpanyefo mienu anu wo mo edi MPP mrase bedwafo yanim ede beto dwa ese opanyi bi oye businessman edi sika ba ekronpanka ode ebe bribe wo ase jimudie ni ketase kakra bi OSP HS wa yemo hwehwemu nei wa wie ayintemu amane ebeto
Advocacy ne ba no dani osaiche mensa bonsu eni asante achimra shebedwani apia kubi ebo businessman bi sobo se wama wo mu adamugie se wonye na wonche wo hu emfiri owura oforiata wo pese oyini firi ade so wa fempire ne aduonu mienu osaiche mensa bonsu kasafa ho se emra shebedwafo ebe hwe sa adamugie ensensem no emu wobo so be toso miensa fempire ne aduonu mienu mu Advocacy group Occupy Ghana eden krata koto special prosecutor enim se wonhwe sa ansem no mu na nso afiechi na OSP ede enwoma enkrata fa ensia na ewomu ebetu dwa echere se owura apia kubi anka entere ne ho ewo asem ne nhwehwemu mu esenti amwantimi anko wanim enkrata koro no anso chere se emrahye bedwafo no ampene ama nhwehwemu no ankoso yie sanso ene wafa danse bia ama OSP chira wodi owura apia kubi ho yawpa se enipa kora osu se odi sika ebe dada wo moyi wa monidin sanso no ama wo mu wadanse bia ebetimi amwa hwehwe se enipa ye chira kwan NPP mrahye bedwafo be se aduonum ya owura andi apia kubi eka ho ena eka wo mrahye bedwafie se be ya anka owura ken oforiata emfa ne dibre ento wonenso okokohia bampanyi na adanko akufo adope ena wadwene esesa ye a otwe won ho free sansem no office of the special prosecutor echiremu a se wo hu bibi hu behia se otime hwehwe sansem no mu a ene obehye won hwehwemu no ase biem
na yetoa so ama wa medeo mansra wo hina oho eye nana kwabena bisakwan wo chese ko kintampo a wono mu ewo fula waterfall bi a nanka eba no ensahwemi a yahodo e wo Ghana ase ya eka ho bi edisi ka bebrebe na betumi abre aban ene oman no na so ekame esempejefo atwi wo mani dia ma wo mu a hote bia no enkoyie na de se nyina na senka ni ba ho ene wo mo hwe ni siesie yi a ebeboa
akwansra eye ekwan ba ko a aban efaso enyes kapa nanso akwansra bia hodo no ekamia ese empuntu bia emamu a edisika ebeba kentampo waterfall emfa ho sa brebia wo bo ho dawro no ensiesie papa bia enkoso ho oyina ho mansra a ehye mo traditional area no anakwabena bisakwan edi ato aban ene Ghana Tourism Authority enim se saa bia ya kwansra bia F ne senti onsiesie ho ne nipa ene nka ho de sansem etudwo wabraba ira fa hye koso ewo ne kuro no emu
even road access. Electricity to come here and falls now. It was steps. I'll be this. And it's opening in a book. assembly after the by di sa fashion why obeyama ni
and which Masha Junior General for Kentampon North, Joseph Kwame Kuma, Echere, Aquansrabia would be a wobono epo yamantemo was a by etineni eshe.
Now, how could that force, you know? Yaka said, Opa Bono is my moi. And Srawe, Emiano Edosi, La Kentampo, Edi, Akotene, one baby. So I didn't think I make an answer. Obanana, Mansra, Hene, Empeswa, Iswa, or Fula Force, Ewaha. Opa Kentampo, Kurumwa, there were waterfalls. Osai ko Kunsu, Nananum Kunsu side, I can Tampa. There were Kunsu slave cave. And yes, our waterfall, so it was Kunsu. Sana in Tampa Krum, there were the white cemetery. And there were a sign of more people, there were people who still be at Tampa Krum, but the song for more line for that.
Maminyina ensem yuso na mentwa me ho ye ba meto aso. Mamima wakwaba na mena wase se ogusua eka me ho na ye boremu wo MPP amanyoko ne fe wanya so tuomu abato empesua so panyi Emmanuel Tobin na say wono omabomodin akọvet panyifo toto na no na nasaba obi ye woka ene ses wonya kwanya abaye mrase bedwane ayedie ni kan kwankwan wo de beba kwan bia so anya so tuomu so adwa no bekoso a kitamu ediama MPP.
New Patriotic Party aspirant awo anyaso tuom Emmanuel Tobin eko vetting ewiye no wonya number 1 awo ballot ni so na Adom News nsentwofo ene ne twetwe nkomo no wo de futuo ema MPP amanyoko no se omu hwese omu beka wono ho abom na ono nso ede niam egu akwam se so manfo etimi eto no so aba ema ne komra hyebedwom a obeboa amampuntuo abampatemu ho osan editor delegate awodo nanim se omuntu aba no ema no esan se sisi akra won komra hyebedwom no wa start eboa omanfo ewon patemu
anyaso tum obi agitum say MPP seat na we are not going to take it for granted say MPP seat intino yenye campaign na se be di epe e bompa se nyakopon Adom na nkonimdie no eba ya afa ya be ejuma dempa na adiane de ya start crowd that because developmental programs and na amanfo no woto aba no woni hwe so say MP no ebetumi a lobby edi abreo ene kakra MP na nkasa nsa soso te say common fund te say get fund sa sikana nsa soso no dodo na ahwe enim say obetumi di aboa constituency no sanyame Adom ni ensaka sa pepe ne ebe no ebe lobby development di abanya so tuum sa so na dia ye de maye a ye de boa individuals ye de boa e wo kwan bi so e manya so tumtum bia no ye be ne sa pepepe
na MPP mua ena ye gina oswafo no ehwe afisem wono aso na ye mrase bedwane wo nandom abato empesua no so Ambrose Derry ede atudwa ese ewo se omafo enya ntiasie mu eso mbekwa koto aba asayama MPP ato aso se enepa MPP wono eye de Daniel omafo abraboni na di aba.
Interior Minister Mrashibejeni Owonandom Ambrose Derry ede atuga na fo nina enim se womo hwese omo beto aba no ede ama MPP amanyoko no na wabetoa womo mpuntu dwuma womo ahyase no ode to Ghana fo enim se womo hwese omo beto aba no ede ama Dr. Mahamadu Bawumia Vice President seni obedi oman enim na nema papa opeso odi gu akwema oman ekoso etumpon no watimi ede aba ama Ghana fo nso enya hoto.
He is a man who has the capacity to improve this country. He's already shown by the digitalization, and that is one way of fighting corruption. And I can give you a few practical examples. Before the digitalization, if a contractor wanted to renew his business documents, he had to go by air or by road to Accra, check into a hotel, go to the ministry. Difficult to find a director. he finds someone down there, he needs to grease the person's arm, perhaps. Now, thanks to digitalization, he's paid online. His license is issued online. So corruption in that area eliminated.
PNC People's National Convention na amanyoko ni mpanyefo de atudwase abosom ye di anim yi womo eba abeto abade yi frankatuni ene akandifo bi a womo ebehia na eno no obi a wo hwese obetumi akogina na wakoye frankatuni nyame na dom asika e wo se wo de kono 100,000 Ghana cedis eno ochi so no dwemtani abedi ekire ena twetwefo panyi sika na wo so mo de kono womo de abegina 25,000 Ghana cedis.
Washa regional elections ase efree opepombo so mede to so dunum de kosi aduasa ba akoso owie na national elections nso ode ahyehyɛ so obenimbo so mede to so mienu na presidential elections nso ode ahyehyɛ so obenimbo so mede to so aduonu nan amanyoko yimpanimfo kyeremu a obibia opese okopre mrahye bedwam dibre e wo PNC amanyoko ni dimu ebetimi akwa forms no opepombo so mede to so nan wa fimpini ni aduonu nan mu enkrata wo de betu dwan so wo kyerɛ sɛ obibi opese otu franka ema PNC amanyoko no e wo so otu ya Ghana cedi empem oha 100,000 Ghana cedis na vice chairperson any general secretary fonso atua Ghana cedi empem aduonu no 25,000 Ghana cedis se filing fee one mo pre national organizer di brenso wo so otu ya Ghana cedi empem dunum 15,000 ni ani nyina no wo hwe kwan sɛ eya amanyoko ne mra ne nhyehyɛ ya mpanimfo ade atodwa senti won mo epre dibre ewa amanyoko ne di mu no ebedi so pepepe
na kanima mpani na ye onumunyafo John Dramani Mahama wono aso na etu frankade ama NDC amanyoko no wode na fisia anase afia sase no ensem abamonte so wo kyese NDC nko a ene amanyoko mo wo ensese papa yo betumi dia dane oman sika sem toto ya enkoyie no ene wo chiso sese wono ni NDC ba jimude keta se kankan ne proye ne bo beye den ya obi akora ho a obenya suro ewonimu.
We've all lived painfully through the challenges the failed Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration has inflicted on us through their reckless mismanagement of the economy, poor governance, barefaced corruption, and profligate expenditure at the expense of socio-economic and infrastructural development. 2023 has been nothing but a continuation of the years of hardship, the high cost of living, and worsening poverty for the Ghanaian people. The 2024 budget provides no hope for an improvement in our circumstances. A raft of new tax measures have been slapped on us to raise an additional 11 billion Ghana cedis from the already overburdened taxpayers. In that same budget, while they sought to squeeze the last blood from Ghanaians through increased taxes, they have increased the money allocated to the office of the president from 1.4 billion Ghana cedis to over 2 billion Ghana cedis. A clear case of asking the people to tighten their belts while the president loosens his. Bawumia's economic mismanagement, corruption, and Akufo-Addo's poor governance and leadership have led to a significant decline in living standards for the ordinary Ghanaian. The soaring prices of essential goods, high level of unemployment, and the struggles of small businesses are a testament to the government's failure to address the people's needs. One of my key priorities will be to address the high level of unemployment and meet the aspirations of our youth. My team and I, under the auspices of the National Democratic Congress, have developed a comprehensive plan which will be shared with businesses, academia, civil society, and the youth to create jobs and provide opportunities for all our young people. Will empower our youth to contribute meaningfully to their well-being, families, the Ghanaian economy, and society through targeted investments in education and skills development.
Na yejina NDC mua openye obuabua edomano edema mo eye Joseph Yamini wadi atudwa esafiwe December 7 apatwa Ghana for ebekono omude mosemra na ebe yedwuma it is MPP ewi abani mo muso bewie mu so obi ekoshin ballot box so wode ko abatwa daka no muso bewia iti eno ene de ebekoso afimu a wo cheso bia emanani ena hono
NDC amanyoko ne don frefo eye Joseph Yamin ochere sese NPP eyesa wonu wo mu bedi apere ewo abato yi mu a wɔn nso fa wɔn ho nkyɛ wɔn koraa ɛbra wakasa ɛwɔ nhyiamu bi a wɔne NDC amanyɔkuo no akyitaafo bi a waka so a ekodi yɛ ɛna wɔde tu dwa sɛ ɔmanfoɔ ne abato komisan ɛnhwɛ sɛ abato yɛ ba bɛkɔ so yi emu bɛda wɔ fan a wɔ bia ebehunu mu.
Okay, how Kumsi said we have accepted the challenge. We came to help backyard to accept the challenge. Every day we are going to prepare because he said the police will either have to come here and settle a peace course or the peace. But if our will bring 10 men, we are going to bring 100. This is not an empty threat. We are telling them. And they know. Because this election, it is the Moses law that is going to be applied. It is when you hit, I will hit. When you slap, I will slap. When you steal, I will steal.
And what you to Ghana for him say, want to aba Emma, Kanema Penny John Dramani Mahama Sabeya, Ubitimi Abomo May Aye.
The people you are supporting are pledging their support. That is what is important. But whether you have issues or you don't have issues, when your party is in opposition, you are useless. You are useless. So you can continue to have issues. But when God says we are going to win, you and your issues cannot stop the winning.
Maminyina ensemi tsunami twa me home bad yaka ewatiri me de beto aso. Mamema wakwa ba me da se guso a eka me ho na me de wo ekọ enkwanta south wo timantem ni mu enra etu ekasa ye manipa nan na etu ka wo mo St Joseph ya sabia e won kwanta ho na wo mo da gya yarehwe de abetodwa ene se nipa nan ni nyina ese adoctor fo yi wo no mo nkofie na wo mo fa abibidru nkoso mo ho yade.
Enipa na ye beto dwase etu otutu ekoso na no brada e won kwanta south e wo timantem oprepra ye no odi ato adokotafo anim se be yanko onyi wo mo nkofie na okopa bibidro bi enye enipa na ye wode wo mo koto kwanta St Joseph Catholic Hospital ya no wo je yareshe na enso wode to adokotafo anim se oma won ho kwan no enko ya bibidro no ntimi enyi etu oboba no emfiri won redie mu Advocacy amani boni obrempombo wusu ebo anan eko dunsuni honom a one na twetwe enkomo na okohunu se okoye no ama wo ma bibidura watimi ayi etu oboba no efiri won ho o kire se owogidie pa se wayi tu oboba yi die enche won ho beto wo mu a yawo no eso betie
Ewo edwadie mu nsem no panyia ono na Oda Association of Ghana Industries ano eye AGI eyowura set twum akwaboa odi atudwa eso mo bekoso ne aban akasa adinkita ho se de beye na eto aban no eso agu wo mo so betumi ahanwuma na agunwuma no aban no behunu kwan a wode befa so emphasis so boni bia emrewo.
Some of the tax issues that we were comfortable with, there were others that were not tackled, and somehow we understand a little bit because government is also in a very difficult situation where revenue targets are on them as a result of the IMF intervention. But we thought that there are certain areas that if you're able to tackle very well, it will stimulate production. Because if you take so much from the companies or industries, then you have a challenge stimulating production. This is a working capital that is being taken away from them. So those are the areas that we think that should be looked at. But there are also other areas that are generally good, but we have to look into. We see our position has always been that we have to do that detailed work. For example, there are waivers on importation of agric implements, which in principle is good because you want to stimulate agriculture. And therefore, if somebody is investing in agriculture and is bringing some tools, some implements, why should you deny them why should you impose so much duties on them? So government giving this as a waiver is a good thing. However, some of them, if you take matches, as the gentleman was saying, we have local production capacity, which is far in essence of what we need. Indeed, the local producers, if you put them together the total production or installed capacity is 50% more than the whole country needs. And therefore, why should you encourage importation by reducing or exempting them from import duties? So those are the details we have to work on. But I'm sure as we engage government, they will understand where we're coming from. That in the midst of trying to help, trying to come out with policies should not be overly generalized. You need to look at specific situations where you can run counter to your very objective, good, noble objective that we have. So those ones are the ones that we will look at. So generally speaking, the tax waivers and the duties that duty exemptions we got were good. The ones that were not tackled, I think we have to continuously engage government and see how best we can reposition those taxes.
Mejina ensemiso na matwa me ho yeba yebeto aso.
Abusama menase na mensan emo afishia pa se oguso ehwe Adom TV. Emra so agudie mu nsem ene na nwumren so de abobo ano no. Me de no so nkomo no eja na yebewura mu e the Black Stars of Ghana sanse enche na Ghana ednani echiremo ewo Ivory Coast na enemfo abaise eduntem no dwumedi kese no ebetodwa eho ne no so etimi akoso ne no na former Black Stars coach Otuado edensem kakra etudwa se wo groups a Ghana ewom no a eye Mozambique, Egypt ene Cape ewom no o si Egypt ene oman ba ko a sebi sam match no emunya denkra.
I think the easiest game will be maybe Egypt because there it's very well balanced. Maybe they are the favorites in this game. It's
just switch him around, okay? Okay, we just open the gate up. Easy jog on your way back.
Eti yana wacha ne so se nyame ya atuma Ghana ene Egypt game no 18 January ene no ebetimi atodwa. Yebedi akire ehun komo biada yebesande no so e de abroad afi ma yemfenwi ewo African Games a nyame ya adoma no so no bosume etoso miensa ewa fi mu no ene obetimi atodwa ewo manga ne me no ena LOC ne panimpa wono eda no Dr. Ofosu Asare wode atodwa se edi sikasem ebeboa oman na se ka oman sikasem a sa games no de ba kwa ebeboa ma oman sikasem na koye pa.
There are so many benefits.
Sure.
Yebenya wo games yi hu de di kan employment.
Okay.
Se amene ka say botema nkwa won afa nipa over 1000 awoye adwuma wo site ho legonde maaye who say you can about infrastructure.
Yeah.
Ebia ni say ye infrastructure ebe meet international
standard.
We able to buy international competition. To remember say we are addressing the infrastructure sporting infrastructure deficiencies for Ghana. Ye we are the papa man.
Yeah.
Most of the disciplines between compete and between organizing international competitions for Ghana. If you are tourism.
Eti weni nsema Dr. Ofosu Asare LOC chairman ene okopiem ewo takrade enkomo kodi wo ne nsanka bia yede eno so ekire wo no mame nyina so na menja baton ne mo emfama sister parts onfa nkomo aka ekire no onfa nto asoma mede ne Cobblestone okomankra ba ko amaka ensuroja adura enwe no numero 1 she
Mamena se na yetwa so ama wa mede ekọ sokode dwaso eno ewo atim kukrantumi na wo hina wo hono ye barima Dr. Kwabena wu a wodi kan mene ekase wo de aso akobo fom ama one district one factory aban asisemu no wo mo enya bi ewo hono a ebeboa efidi nyuma na no so no ama mabu anya adwumae
ebra wo twa homam no wahyase esi factory eno hina wo sokode dwaso ye wo achim kukrantumi Barima Dr. Kwabena wu a ekasa ye a wo kire se be ya ne manfo ebenya adwuma ye na ankorankora adwuma ye ko ne de hensha abaya se betimi yenyine nti ena se ni so ade hu ni amana bamu ochemu rubber manufacturing company de she 1D1F aseyi ebebo abie adwuma ama mabunu besa ha no ne aduosia ena enya bi aye enchiremu ode tujwa enie
ube hu obi a wawie school na osemi kwa afum ekwa akodo nso obi nso kita certificate Meti media adwuma no kokroma bibisa me ho se oba krom kra he na oba betra na se media adwuma no eba ha ya anye bi oje aketua obetima hwe ne nana ne papa ne maame ewa ha ɛno nti ana mede adwuma ne baa ha na to so mewie we ya number of workers be betima for 260 workers say run a shifter 260 enti me hu say anye bia no half of employment issue no me tackle obi nso behu na maye wa hai no no so aba beto aso
na no si yepe na mense krache we buakwa north Alhaji Umar Babs Bodinga ebo na baso se adwuma wa hyase edimpontu ebeba na ebebo anso ama kuro nani mabenyam ye omanfo asetene mu nso behen ha wo mu desenti wasomu adase ebi emre biem
antemu amigidi say a lot of development ebe koso of ni say is coming to give income generation ema ye mebu any ye ma minimum because my recycling and ebe some makru nu so beti ana municipality ni beti and plastic waste e wo ho no a timbia e dos no I think is another source of sika ebema individuals butum because utasi ba ombeto omuto na answer on be recycling and then yeto sumienu I can say it without fear or panic say he is the first company under 1D1F eba abuakwanof
mame fawo enko German North abato empesia no so Frederick yawo ahenkwa ena yemra se bedwani wo hono na wode ato Ghana fo nyina nimu ne omanfa wo na bato empesia no so ne se wo mo hye ena afiwei abato ebekoso no wo manto aba ansa yama MPP anto aso se wo ma break 8 no na nyesa de Ghana fo beye mobo ahokyere ene ekom ene bedewom
Frederick ya wahinkwa emrasebe dwani a wogire manfo wo German North apato mpesu ya so de to ne manfo anim say NPP amanyoko na niso ade hunu so be break 8 no ema wonto ma wo mo nante wo mo ni so wonto ma NDC amanyoko no sebe ya wo mo ebetimi age wo manyi afri na wonye hie mo ebra wo ne nsɛmtwefo twetwe nkomo no wodi tu dwa say empontu nyuma pi ena NDC amanyoko no hyase na nso NPP aban baaye oto nyina ejeje mu a wanto aso
the 8 no yem breki yempo na cashew 8 cedis 50 pesos yati so aba 7 cedis ekuafo be de adiye ekuafo be de atenase aban ne chefa yanya se oman ne o ma ye chiche ne nkakra na yaka echi aban ofiriwa we baaye ne penso na ye nim ne o ma na oye ena wo hwe goka ekwa ase okwa ndc aban ena hye kwan na se ye ya ne ye twam di akosi se ekwa ene MPP aban baaye oba na kwan de ya yesu adwuma nyina wie ne obeya ne se ogusu kota ne de ne nim se obu akoduru se kwa ene ya ye enura se okokora kwan mu ha a uduru ase okwa mfuturo nko a
enu eche nipa wo premra se bedwam dibre wo NPP amanyoko ne mo enokunyako echire mu se eba no mpontu nyuma NPP aban enya German North abato mpeso yaso wo mukura na nema pin wa hyase wo se wotimi wie ne senti omanfo entuma NPP amanyoko no
breaking the you know it is possible because when nema yempenimfo ya oba ha no mo ye kwan kwan we NPP aban na ye wa ne fefefe na timamufo ogidie se ye to aban ma ye papa ba omi a German of pepa no ntuma pa efra after 2024 ye kwa abato verse ye election year MPP ndi say ye nipa ba ko na uba German of one ma parliamentary candidate enemy DC adwuma ya bo no me setimamufo say omo nto ba ma MPP aban ne nto ma me ne nto ma ye papa ba omi se ne be ya mpontunwuma bebre de ebe ko so me nteme ho ase de ye nyimfrim because we are there mfata atensa aban na obedi emra na obedi enti ye nyina ye nipa ba ko de ye nyina ye nkamom se ne be ya German of mpontu ebe ko nanim
na energy semu no wiase nyina obi a ono etimi no aduane gina ne naso echeye ede donhwe no oha ene aduonu 120 hours ena edi sadwuma no na eno na Ghana ni disi osanso free tamale chef faila to ehwese sa record no obeyi afi honom enti wa hyase eno aduane a enene de to so miensa ya chese wo hyase wegusoa eno a aka enano kakra no de aba na wieye na said ye ko ni nuane a wono ne fe ye ne de ye ne anigi a omanfo de akosia no e wotamale honom no eno eho amane enie The chita yene mpaibo etai chef faila achi se wonire ne ho na onfa Ghana edino enkwachi we so na yegina na anwumenu sia kasebo na yedi asi edin amegye so ene abena pokoa ahwennie yada wase ma mu ene hwe yakọ adomonline.com ensem no de aka ya kyerɛ ede egu hɔ kwa kenkan bi emame